Howdy YouTube, this is Steven, and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the cover of Jolin Tsai's single, The Third Person and I. Alright, so when you first look at the cover of this single, you notice that, Jolin is bringing sex appeal with this CD single cover. She's showing cleavage, and she kind of has her hips in positioned in a certain way. As well, the outfit that she's wearing, it's a little revealing, and it shows off her curves. So it looks like that Jolin is, she's trying to bring the sex appeal with this um, photo. And I think that overall she did. However, there's a couple of things that kind of bring down the photo. And one thing would be uh, her facial expression. I feel that her facial expression could be a little stronger. She looks like, it looks here like you, her face looks a little blank, like she doesn't really have anything on her mind. Like, I'm not sure what she's trying to portray with that facial expression. And let's see, for me personally, some people may get a little offended by this, and I apologize in advance if I offend. But for me, I don't really like Jolin's hands, at least not in this photo. I don't know, her hands look a little odd. I guess they're a bit stubby. Um, so I felt like she probably should have, I guess, worked her hands better in this photo. uh, However, I will say that she has a nice shade of pink on her lips, and I think that works. As well, her lips look really plump, and that helps bring sex appeal as well. Her hair is done really well, and it's a nice hair color, you know. And she's positioned her body well for the most part. I just felt, let's see, I guess her shoulders could be a bit more relaxed. It looks like, she's kind of coming off as like her shoulders are a little too strong, a little bit. Um, so perhaps if she just worked her shoulders in a different way, that could have, softened them and made them look a little more, like, more or less, a little more feminine. But they're not like super masculine though. And one thing that kind of irks me is if you look at her arm on the left, you'll notice that it's kind of cut off. The way she positioned her body, it kind of covered up like a portion of her arm, and that makes it look a little weird. Let's see. Also, this outfit, it looks odd because it has like these red beads or strings or whatever you want to call them. This red decoration on certain parts, and I feel like those decorations probably should have been, you know, throughout the whole top of the outfit. I think it should have been around the bottom as well as around the top. But it seems like it kind of just went halfway around the bottom and halfway around the top. And I'm not sure why it's even in the middle. So that's a bit odd. So I'm guessing maybe Jolin is trying to be different, perhaps. Mission accomplished there. It is different. Alright, I assume that the theme of this photo is the third person and I. So I assume that this photo revolves around that theme. However, I don't see that theme portrayed in this photo. I just see the I part, but I don't see the third person. And I'm wondering what this song is about. Um, I haven't had I don't have access to um, the English language translation of the lyrics yet. So I do wonder what this song is about. By this title, I'm assuming this is about maybe a love triangle. Maybe she's confronting the other woman who's been committing infidelity with her man. Or perhaps maybe this song is about Jolin and her multiple personalities. Who knows? There's there's a couple of possibilities that this for what this song could be, or the theme of this whole thing. Nevertheless, I don't see the theme put into play here. And she's standing in front of what looks like a curtain, so it looks like she may be on stage as well. I think that's a nice touch. So I don't know how that relates to the theme, but I do like it. So I guess it's like Jolin Tsai on stage and she's about to perform, but then the curtains are closed. So is she backstage? Perhaps? Is she confronting somebody backstage? About to get ratchet backstage and see, who is you? Like, and I tell you, but another story for another day. But, oh yeah, this just popped into my mind, but I'll mention it. So, the fingernail polish on her fingers, or fingernails, I don't get it. Well, it's not that I don't get it, but it doesn't seem to match. I think a good touch would have been for her to paint her fingernails red, or either just left them blank, just without any nail polish on them. But overall, this photo is nice. However, Jolin ultimately comes off as a mannequin in this photo. She looks like she's sort of like a mannequin that you will see at maybe a lingerie store, or either in the lingerie section of a store. And I think the reason that ultimately happened is because of her facial expression. It was not quite here, not quite there. It was just too in the middle and too blank. If she had had a stronger facial expression, then she wouldn't come off as a mannequin. But I do think that Jolin looks nice in the photo. And she's working her body pretty well for the most part. She's looking very curvaceous. And for me personally, Jolin Tsai doesn't come off as a curvaceous woman. However, she is working her body, and she's working it to its best advantage here. So good job there. The red curtains again, that's a nice touch. It kind of is like, so is Jolin a part of a show? Like, what's going on there? Well, I guess it adds a little mystery and intrigue there. And I guess she probably should have dyed her eyebrows the same color as her hair. That would have probably helped things move along and work better as well. But overall, it's an alright photo. As I mentioned before, what brings it down is ultimately the facial expression. Again, the facial expression is really important. Like, considering all the critiques I had with this photo, if she had just brought it with a a strong facial expression, then that would have helped. Ultimately, that would have just, you know, made this photo more salvageable and better quality. You know, it's, the face. Remember the face. You may not be able to control anything else on the photo shoot, but you can control your face and how it, and the expressions that it makes. Because the face is what's going to sell the photo ultimately here. Because she could have had the best body language in the world, but if the face didn't match up like we see now, the photo is just about worthless, really. But I wouldn't say that the photo is worthless, though, but it's just, brings down the quality tremendously. There you go. But I think I've said enough. So thanks a lot for listening to my photo analysis. Feel free to tell me what you think of the photo. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. The feedback and the support is extremely appreciated. So until the next photo analysis, adios and goodbye for now. Oh yeah, one more thing. I want to give a shout out to the website Jolin Generation. That's the website where I got the photo from. So thanks a lot to that website. They're a great source for Jolin Tsai information. So, again, thank you. Adios and goodbye for now.